Hey guys, welcome your faces back to not a brand new Vainglory video, but to a brand new Catalyst Black video. Finally, we got some gameplay, we got some information we waited for so long, and I can finally go through the motions, talk a little bit about my first takes on this game, and we're going to be seeing how this has been paying off. So I know a lot of you guys have been having some, questions about the game for quite some time now, and we got some details, and I'm going to go through. I'm going to have a very hot take on the game itself. And we'll see how that's going to be going. But also, if you do want to check the original video, they will have the link to that original video made by SEMC themselves with the devs in the description down below. So go check it out if you want the original information. I'm just going to take a little bit of a take on the game itself and see a little bit what's happening. And yeah, so here's the gameplay. It's up there. Check that out. It looks freaking smooth. I absolutely love the water effect they did. They outdone themselves on the environment. You still have that little bit of a Vainglory feel through it, which I'm personally a really big fan of. So good job to SEMC on that, of course. But we'll be seeing. But anyways, with that said, let's dive right into the news we got so far. Of course, right off the bat, this is a brand new genre of game. I mean, a brand new genre. It's like a mix of genres. They said it's a brand new genre, but like it's called a battleground shooter, which is basically a mix of like MOBA with WoW / MMORPG game style, and also MOBAs. So it's interesting to see how that's going to be actually working out together. But it's a new genre of games. Pretty fun. 20 versus 20. We'll go through that a little bit later on down in the video. Interesting. You know what? They said it was going to be a new style. And definitely I have personally, in my life, never seen a game quite like this. And it's like a mix of different playstyles all in one, which I personally like. So intrigued to see how that's going to be actually working out, especially on a mobile device. They also said it could be played on keyboard and mouse. So it's actually going to be available on PC too, which is good to know. Confirmed. It will be a cross-platform game. Still, yeah, as I said, looks absolutely awesome. The game style could be really interesting. I have to get my hands on it first. SEMC, if you're watching, which I probably know that there are a few devs watching this, I'm super open to be testing out the game and give some feedback because this looks awesome and I want to be a part of this game, that is for sure. So this game, how it's going to be played is going to be PvE, which is going to be players versus environment versus players. Which that means it's going to be two teams, 20 versus 20, 40 players total. And in the middle of that, you're going to have basically like the equivalent to Vainglory would be like Kraken, Blacklaw, Ghostwing, Jungle Camps, Minions. All of that you can just farm upon. I don't know what they're going to really give you, but you'll get something out of beating those environment, monsters, I guess I would say. So you'll get something out of that, probably buffs or even maybe weapons or, buffs also to weapons itself and to your character. So you're still going to have to be very careful of not only the enemies, but also the environment around you, because we've seen a few of those minions and those bosses, like mini boss fights that we've seen in this gameplay over here. They seem pretty powerful too. You've got to be very careful. You've got to tackle them with a few of your teammates, which is going to be really intriguing to me. So that is one of the portion of this, is you're actually going to have a big environment segment taken into account in this game. Also on top of that, is not going to be, they talked about this is not going to be character based. So compared to Vainglory, where you're going to have one character with a certain set of abilities, this will not be the case. Well, this specific game, what it's going to be is you're going to have the character, which is going to be the same for every single other player, and it will be item based. That means you change your gear. I'm going to be popping a little thingy up here, and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. You can choose different objects, which I'm going to pop it up on my screen too, because I do not have it right now. What you're going to have a main weapon, a primary weapon, a heavy weapon, a trinket, which is going to be basically your passive, and an ability, which could be like a blink, execute, something like that. Something in that ballpark, basically. So that means that you can build whatever you want on your character. Instead of having a Vainglory character with a certain set of abilities, how you can see it, you got a blank slate, so a blank canvas, and you can just mismatch abilities, passives, weapons, and all of that. You can basically create your own hero that fits your playstyle instead of find a hero that fits your playstyle. Here you create it for yourself, which I think is a great take after Vainglory, and I legit can't wait to see what is going to be available. We saw already like, I was like maybe 8-9 weapons, like a really hefty amount of weapons that will be available at the start. This is still alpha stage, so this is still bound to change eventually. But I think this is such an intriguing take on the genre. Well, the genre, even though it's like a new genre, but I'm still really, really interested by this. So I legit can't wait, once again, to give it a try. I'm extremely hyped by this game. So that's going to be one of the main things. Also, what you're going to keep into account is the fact that you will be able to transform in what they call a Primal God. Interested to see how many there are going to be. We already saw like maybe 3, like they confirmed 2, but like there's going to be probably like 3, 4, 5. I don't know how many. And you're going to change that by putting on a mask. So the entire thing of Catalyst Black or Project Spellfire, when they didn't reveal it at the time, was the fact you could put a mask on and something would happen. Well, we know what that's going to be. You're going to transform into a primal beast or primal god and be able to have like a huge impact on the team, being able to like 1v20 basically. You'll be able to actually do 1v20s. insane YouTube titles, by the way, right? They're insane YouTube clickbait. 1v20 coming out on Maxman channel, confirmed. But that is going to be, of course, a huge section of the gameplay, being able to transform into these Primal Gods and to be potentially able to, hold down objectives, push global objectives also, and just take down environment bosses and also the enemy team. So I'm intrigued to see how impactful that's going to be. We haven't seen too much around that, but we do know for a fact that that's going to be a big portion of the gameplay. So keep an eye out for that when it does get revealed a little bit more. Also, you can see over here, we haven't seen the same segment of the map twice. That is because the maps are huge. And as of what I've understood, watching the video like twice already so far, there's going to be multiple maps available, which seems freaking awesome that at the release, we're straight away going to have different maps, which I think is something like Vainglory suffered about only having the main map for 3v3. And now we're actually going to have multiples. Not only the House and Fold or Sovereign's Rise, here we're going to have maybe like 2-3 different maps, which I think is great on an open world game like this. So that's freaking awesome. And also multiple game modes. So we might have like a game mode which is like control a different point, like control, objective control, flag, capture the flag, kill different bosses, or kill the most enemies as possible. You got different game modes that will be available on release, which I think is definitely something that will be helping out the game for the long term, making every single game feel different, not only because of the amounts of gear mishmashes you can do and play around also the Primal Gods, but also the fact that you've got all these different game modes and maps that every game and the longevity of the game will be just increased that much more, which I, once again, I'm a big fan of. I'm super hyped. You guys might be able to tell. I'm mega hyped. You can see the gameplay here is like point capture, and you have the Primal God, which is like pushing, killing everyone, and taking control with his mates, and they're going to be potentially getting points from that. So, point capture is probably going to be a really big thing in this game mode, and I think it looks really fun right from this little bit of gameplay. So, big boy hype right there. So, really, other than that, one of the big focuses of the game was the fact that it was not going to be like matchmaking based or anything. It's going to be instant queue, so you're going to have no queue time right away when you want to play. Boom, straight away you're launched into a game. No waiting time or very short waiting time. And also, you have the opportunity to leave a game or go AFK, like in that sense. I didn't really understand, but basically you can leave a game when you want. There's like a little bit like World of Warcraft in the sense you can just leave the game whenever you want, log back in wherever you want, and it won't really have a huge impact on you. So I can't really take a hot take on this because I'm not too sure how that will be impacting the game, and I don't want to say BS. So I'll let you guys think about that a little bit, but that is definitely something they are talking about, is the fact that you can queue anytime and leave the game anytime, and it doesn't really impact your overall experience on Catalyst Black. And with that said, also, the final point that they did talk about was the fact that there's not going to be the VG universe in this. The VG universe is out of the question. They talked about the fact that Celeste with a gun, it wouldn't make a lot of sense. So this is not in the Vainglory universe. It's completely out of there. They did talk about the fact that they do want to potentially go back to the Vainglory universe at one point in time, but that is not their focus right now. Unfortunately, I would have loved that to be the case, but it will not be the case as of yet. So we'll have to wait and see if that will come out later on in the game. But there are definitely some inspirations about Vainglory they talked about. Like, apparently they got some inspiration on Lance, and maybe a few weapons from some characters can actually replicate what Lance used to do in Vainglory. So, something to once again keep in mind. This is also like a lot of speculation about how things could be played. But I can't wait. If there's a character that plays just like Tony, I'm in for it, boy. I'm in for it. That is my main weapon, because there are no heroes. It's going to be hard to wrap my head around this. But there you go. I think I even prepared a few notes here, just to not forget anything here. But I think I went through most of the points about what we know so far, and I want to really start a conversation with all of you guys watching this video. So if you have any questions, or if you have different points of interest, put them in the comment section down below. I would love to hear about your different points of views and opinions on the game so far. I saw a few negative and positive opinions on Twitter, which is fair. There's going to be some feedback, and I'm personally really intrigued. I can't wait to play the game. As I said, SEMC, if you're watching this, which you probably are, please hit me up. I would love to help out on this game because I think it has so much potential. The graphics looks absolutely awesome. I love it, especially once again, dude, look at that water. Look at the water. It looks so cool. Oh my god, that's like my favorite thing of all this. Is not even the gameplay, it's just that water looks so good. But with that said, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'll probably do a lot more Catalyst Black content if it's just before the release, or even playing it when it does get finally released. And I would love to try and keep you guys updated on all the process. I'll also, during the time being, do content on other games like Area F2, PUBG Mobile, all those different things. I'll do content on that. So I hope you guys will enjoy it. But yeah, personally, I can't wait to play Catalyst Black. It's such a nice moment to see that they're finally revealing it, like, piece by piece, and we can just also help potentially SEMC with feedback and everything. They created a Discord, so you guys, I would definitely recommend go to the Discord to help them and give them feedback on the game and what you saw so far on this video and their video respectively. Once again, the link to that will be in the description down below. But yeah, I don't know what else really to add. I went through all the pinpoints, and I just can't wait to just have another great mobile game come to you guys. There will be, of course, also cross-platform, so that's going to be awesome. Subscribe and like the video if you haven't already. A lot more content to come up, as I just said. And yeah, I'll see you all later on the Rise. I don't know. On Catalyst Black, I would say. Bye-bye.